Thanks. I like that Saul checked my name on the board right before he said it. That's nice. I saw that. How you guys doing? Doing good. I just had a pretty good day today. I got a new match on Tinder. If you guys don't know what Tinder is, you got to get on it. It's basically you get matched with other local singles in your area, and then you get to view the matches that you like, and then you text those matches the word "hey," and then those matches rush over to your house and have sex with you. It's great. It's a free app. All right, that joke was pretty good, I thought, but maybe not. I went on a date with a girl from Tinder a couple weeks ago whose face did not match her profile. I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody. And I used the word face loosely. I don't want to say that she was unattractive because I can already feel the O's, but it was more that she lied to me because it was like her profile was like a young Kathy Ireland, and the girl I met up with was more like a young Kathy Bates with spina bifida, like that kind of look, you know? It's a lot of O's. All right. I'm going to tell you a couple of things about her so you don't feel so bad. No, I didn't feel like... I think most guys would have left right away, and I didn't, you know, and I told her, you know, I'm like, at least be honest with me. You know, what's important to me on a first date is I want to make sure that you're the same girl from the photo that I saw in the ad, or dating website, or ad. Like if it's an escort service or your Match.com profile, I don't care. Like if you show up to the first date and you don't have the product that you've been marketing, that's a bait and switch. Like there are consumer protection laws for a reason. Give me your purse, you're going to jail. And then I would walk her to her car and call the police, but I didn't do that because I'm a nice guy. So I stuck around and started talking to her. And honestly, it was weird because the more I talked to her, the more I listened. And the more I listened, the more I realized, like, it's not all about her looks, you know. I hate her personality, too. She was a bad person. She was racist. And like not in the conventional sense, she didn't say, disparaging remarks about groups of people. What she did is she would tell stories, awkward stories about her friends, and then mention what their ethnicity was as if it was relevant to the story. She told me one story. She's like, my friend Jennifer bought 3 cats in the last 2 months. So already you know it's going to be a great story if it's about cats. And she's like, and then after she bought those 3 cats, within a week, she returned every single one of them to the pet shop. She's like super Hispanic. It's crazy. I'm like, what did that last part have to do? Super Hispanic too? I thought you could only be 100% of something. She's creating DC Comics versions of races. Also, what stereotype is she identifying? That Mexicans are picky about their pets? Like what? Do you subscribe to some low-rent propaganda about things that people don't even care about that says things like Jews came up with some new gardening technique that reduces water expense by 5%? And you're like, holy shit, that's terrible. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, see, the bad part about new jokes is... I'll explain that later. This girl was super aggressive too. She told me in the middle of the date that she had a 2-year plan, and that her plan was she wanted to be married and have her first baby within 2 years. And then she told me that I need to have the same goals or we can't see each other again. And I'm like, first of all, I don't need to do anything but stay black and die. Secondly, you're gonna start making demands. Like, this is not a hostage negotiation, and even if it was, you don't have the president's daughter. You have 0 leverage. I don't like you. I just met you. I'm only 90% sure I would have unprotected sex with this girl, and she wants to keep the baby. Like, why would I lock myself in to a 2-year deal? My cell phone contract isn't that long, and they gave me a free iPhone. Like, there better be an iMac Pro underneath my seat right now, because I want Retina display or this date is over. All right, Retina display joke works. No, I managed to get drunk during the date, so it wasn't all bad. I used to drink quite a bit until somebody told me that I drank too much. It was my doctor, which is like, after Priest is the last person you want to tell you that news. And he didn't even like come right out and tell me. It was like a series of questions. He was asking me how often do you consume alcohol? And I was like, do you mean like what time of the day do I usually start? It's every day. And he's like, he tried to save it. He's like, well, how many drinks do you usually have in one setting? And I'm like, I don't know, 10? He's like, what? And I'm like, what? And he's like, did you say 10? He was all surprised. And I'm pretty sure when you're sharing the details of your lifestyle to your doctor, it's not supposed to be alarming to him. Like he didn't even have advice for me at that point. I still remember what he said. He said, "You know, we don't recommend that, right?" And I just love that he said "we" because he means the medical community. Like he's done giving me his own personal advice based on education and professional opinion. He's just like, science came out and declared that consuming that much alcohol on a daily basis like shortens your life expectancy to pretty much nothing. One guy laughing, that's fine. No, and then he asked me too, like he asked me what kind of activities do I get into when I drink. I guess some people drink to do other things, like write novels or go rollerblading, and I don't. Like, I drink to get drunk. That's pretty much it. You know, there's really only one activity I relatively enjoy when I'm drinking, and that is blacking out. Any fans? It's great. If you don't know what it is, it's when you put so much alcohol in your body that your body actually works better. Your body starts operating at such a high level of efficiency that it doesn't even need your brain to operate it anymore, okay? And that's not a joke. It's just science. Look it up. But the last time I blacked out, I almost said worked out. The last time I blacked out was in Indiana. And I was at a hotel with a group of friends, and we decided we were going to walk to the closest bar. But we found out the closest bar was also a strip club. And it's kind of like a rule with blacking out that you're not supposed to black out at strip clubs. And that particular evening, I broke that particular rule. So what happened is we were at the hotel, we had a bottle of whiskey, so I take anywhere from 5 to 25 shots. I don't really count. And then we walk to the bar, or the club, and then we go through the doors of the club, and then I woke up the next day. Like, that's the chain of events as far as I remember it, okay? And if you guys have ever woken up the next day from a night of blackout drinking, you know that there's a certain protocol that you have to follow, right? The first thing you have to do is you have to check your surroundings because you might be in danger. This particular instance, I woke up in my own hotel room, in my own bed, which, holy shit, is pretty miraculous. Like, I don't have time to mention all the places I could have woken up because it's a lot, but the second thing you have to do is check how much money you spent. Because if you guys are like me, when I drink so much that I'm not creating memories, I don't make the most sound financial decisions. So I knew I only had $100 on me, so I couldn't get in that much trouble. And I reached in my pocket, and I had money left over. So I take the money out, and I start counting the money. I get done counting the money, and I realize that I'm up $20. Which means I made money at the strip club. And I don't remember how I did it, but I do know that there's only like 2 ways to do that, and it doesn't involve washing dishes. But I didn't think about it too much at first, but like 20 minutes goes by, I start to get more and more nervous, and finally I decide I'm gonna call my friends to find out what happened. Every single one of my friends that I call, instead of telling me what happens, laughs at me and then hangs up. And the reason my friends did that is because my friends are dicks. So like 2 more hours goes by, I start to get more and more nervous, I start to panic, and I'm sitting on the edge of the bed, and I decide, you know, I'm not just gonna sit here and wait for some royalty checks to start coming in from some website that's blocked in my work. Like, I'm gonna walk down to that club and do some investigating. So I walk down to the club, and I walk in right away, I see this girl, she sees me, and she walks over to me. First thing she says is, "Hey, Kyle." And if you guys remember, I'm Kyle. And I didn't know this place existed 3 days ago. I'm already on a first name basis with one of the girls, all right? So I'm off to a pretty bad start with my investigation. But we talk for a minute and a half, and finally I just come clean. I'm like, look, I was really drunk last night. I feel like things got out of hand. Can you just tell me if things got crazy? And she's like, yeah, okay. You guys came in, you were super drunk, and then you got in a dance-off with one of the girls. And you won. Which was the most terrifying news I've ever received in my life, because I've never done that before. Like, I didn't take a class, I didn't watch an instructional video. It was just like a Jason Bourne moment where, but instead of being able to speak another language or assassinate a prime minister, I was able to win an exotic dance competition in Bluffton, Indiana. That's the end of my story. Thank you, guys.
Kyle.